I thought, well, 33 is higher, so I'll go up there. When I got to Taco Bell, I looked and it was full of water. I did a U-turn and come right back home.
Hi, Brian Sapp, Going Local. Day 2 after the flooding here in Goshen. The levels now are at just under 11 feet. They hit a crest of 12.4 feet, almost 12.5. And it's starting to go down. The forecast looks pretty good. So hopefully there will be not more damage. Now everybody's got to clean up. But if we want to look, the official gauge is just right over here, and we'll get a little zoom in shot. Yesterday when we saw it, it was just under 13. It was about 4 lines under 13. Now it's at 11, which is a great sign to see it's going down. The river still looks huge and flooded, but we're going to go out today and see how much the waters have receded and what people are doing to clean up. I'm going to jump out of order a little bit. I want to bring you the update on the state of emergency. We're still under a state of emergency. Mayor Stutsman, I talked to him early this morning, and he said that we're going to keep it that way because, one, it lets police officers, it gives them a little more power to ensure that they control traffic and keep people away from where they're not supposed to be. And the second reason is long-term. It helps them coordinate with FEMA to ensure that we maximize the assistance that we hope to receive. So he just wants to make sure that we're following all the steps. He's working with Representative Walorski's office, Senator Donnelly's office, Indiana Department of Homeland Security. They're coordinating with Elkhart too, because as he said, that it's not how bad one place is, it's about how much damage there is overall, the aggregate of Elkhart County. So he just wants to make sure that we're following our steps and make sure that we're doing all that we need to do to be able to help citizens here long term. It was up over the brick.
You can see where the pieces have floated.
Okay, so this wood here. I'm here with Alan and Jeremy. We're on, what street is this here?
Huron Street.
Huron Street, right off of Lincoln. Is this your house?
Well, my nephew lives here, and I live over in the house over here. So.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened with the flooding? I heard
too much water too fast, and we just couldn't account for it. I got a little sandbagging done over there, and you know, my sump pump fortunately was able to keep up over here, but Jeremy's sump pump down here couldn't keep up with the water. It was coming in all directions, all sides. Just too much to really be able to comprehend. So.
Now, were you able to stay in your houses yesterday with all the water?
I was, but
I had to go up to my parents' house.
Okay.
Stay there.
His sump pump couldn't keep up with water coming in from everywhere. It was coming in from, you know, the ground and windows, and his pump couldn't keep up, and his basement's got probably 5 foot of water in it right now.
Oh wow. Now I know did it just stay in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, so cleanup is next?
Cleanup is next. You know, if we get a little break in the weather, we're gonna try and clean up and fix things. And Jeremy can't even, and his fiance can't even live in this house because the furnace is off, you know.
Yeah.
So.
After talking to Alan and Jeremy, we took a little walk around the dry spots of this neighborhood, which is interesting to say because there are some dry spots, still really sloshy. One of the things we noticed is that city crews are out and about. We have some street department crews. There's a crew over on Lincoln in Indiana doing some patching of some potholes. And then we've got some other crews that are staging, getting ready, look like they're just trying to get a lay of the land and starting to get ready to get some cleanup. We had some city workers also surveying some of the damage down some of these residential streets here. So all in all, the residents might be inside their homes kind of trying to get things back together, but the city is out here making a show of effort and trying to get some things cleaned up. I'm here with David. He lives on Lincoln Avenue. The floodwaters didn't get up to your house though, did they?
No.
But what did happen?
It came into the basement. I got about 5 to 6 inches in the basement.
And what was that like? What were you having to do?
Well, we've got sub pump going, 2 sub pumps going. I borrowed one from a family member, and I had my son come over yesterday. We took anywhere from 30 to 50 5-gallon buckets out, poured them out back, and my son-in-law and daughter and their kids come over last night about 8 o'clock, and we took another 30 to 50 out, and it was coming in fast enough that none of us could keep up.
Now, it's the thing I've noticed is the flooding we see. It's when it's all the way up on the street or up against the house, but like you, we can't tell. So I mean, how much did it damage? A lot, or were you relatively lucky this time? Or
last night I had to shut the talk to the son-in-law, and we shut the heater off. It was starting to smell a little bit, something getting real warm, and we figured it was the humidifier that we got on the heater part for the winter, and it was underwater. It was still plugged in. They wired it into the furnace, so it's like, well, we got to shut the furnace off. And because the water was at the bottom of the water heater, we shut it off. And so I've got an electric knee-high heater.
Okay.
And I ran that into the room last night for me and a couple of the pets we have.
Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, what was that like around here?
I know they evacuated the trailer place, and a lot of them up here was, the Tuesday night I went up through, and Chicago was already closed. Kroger and Denver on this side of Kroger was closed. So I went on up around on 2nd Street and come back home. When I got here, I didn't think a whole lot. It's gonna stop. And so I went to bed. When I got up in the morning, they're like, well, let's see what it looks like. I looked out and I thought I could see about where it's at right now. So about a little over 24 hours removed, it's back down to where it's at. When I went to go to work, it was lined with people. They were going through the water, and I thought, well, 33 is higher, so I'll go up there. When I got to Taco Bell, I looked and it was full of water. I did a U-turn and come right back home.
That's going to do it for day 2 here in Goshen. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for sharing them. I hope that we are able to get the information out about our city and just show what we're made of. Maybe we'll be able to help people understand how the disaster has impacted those in the flooding zone. With that, please like this video, continue to share it, and please come back to my page and watch. I've got more videos planned going local here in the community. I just want to bring stories about people doing good things in the community, about going out and experiencing your own community, because you don't need to go far and wide when you can go here and find lots of great things to see and do and be able to enjoy the community that's around you. So that's Going Local. I'm Brian Sapp. Like, follow my page. Thanks.